can't feel. Telling me lies all the motherfucking time. Okay, y'all. I don't know. I haven't heard that song in so I haven't heard that song in so long, y'all. I hate you so much right now. I hate you so much right now. And that's some strong ass words. Y'all remember we was going, I don't know about y'all, but when I was growing up, we was always told, don't say that word. You know what I'm saying? Like hate was a word that was like saying a cuss word. Oh, that was like saying a cuss word. Okay. Okay. But that is Khalees, y'all. I hate you so much right now. That's the song. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comment section so y'all can go ahead and listen to it. Okay, vibe to it. But basically that song speaks for itself. Okay, so there could be somebody either you hate somebody right now or you like, I'm going to stop saying hate. We're going to say, because now I still, in my mind, I'm still getting like the energy of my elder, like, don't say that word. Even though I be cussing like a sailor. Look. You could really, really, really like dislike somebody with a passion or collective. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be feeling like this about you. They could really, really dislike your ass with a strong, strong passion. She said, what is this I see? You don't come home to me. Okay, so for a lot of y'all, this could be somebody that you're dealing with, somebody that's on a romantic level. Okay. Also, I was listening to the song and I see that song 14 years old, y'all. Okay. 14 years ago, Khalees dropped that song. So somebody could have like a 14-year-old. You could have been with somebody for 14 years old. Okay. And you know what they say, you accept somebody bullshit so long, it'll make you start to hate them. Okay, and that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm picking up on somebody that you could even been with this person since you was 14. Okay, maybe you in your 30s or you're in your 20s and maybe y'all kind of, been dealing with each other and been knowing each other since y'all was teenagers. For some of y'all, since y'all was 14. Okay? For some of y'all, this even could have been your first. I just heard that as well. This was your first love. This was the first person that, the person that took your virginity type energy. For some of y'all, you could have a 14-year-old with this person. Or like I said, you could have been with this person 14 years. Maybe y'all could have been married 14 years. Or just kind of dealing with each other for 14 years. But I feel like whatever the situation is, it's to a point where like you have stuck through so much bullshit with this person. You have stuck through infidelity. You have stuck through the lies. You have stuck through the scheming. You have stuck through being a breadwinner because motherfucker can't keep a job. You have stuck through the car wrecks because motherfucker can't handle their liquor and they get mad and get drunk when they get called out and now they crashing cars. Okay, you have stuck through the evictions, you know what I'm saying? You have stuck through the jail times and held a motherfucker down. For some of y'all, you have went through a lot with somebody, a lot. And a lot to the point where now you at this point where you could feel like, I just heard disgusted. You could feel disgusted with somebody at this point, okay? So, yeah, that's where we at. Okay. I hate you so much right now. Okay. I feel like whoever you are as well, maybe you could be getting readings with the oracle cards. This came out in the pre-shuffle oracle cards. Listen to your intuitive feelings. Okay. I feel like you don't really even need, getting readings is cool, but for the most part, it's just supposed to confirm. For the most part, it confirms your intuition. Like when y'all listen to me, I hope that's what is going on. I hope y'all not sitting here taking the situations and shit that I say and just pulling some shit out your ass and going accusing people or going and fucking up relationships or friendships or anything of that sort. Everything, these are just supposed to be confirmations from what your intuition is already telling you. Okay, so for some of y'all, you could have recently got like a personal reading. Shout out to y'all. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish it up. I think I got like 2 or 3 more. I'm gonna finish up those personal readings as well, y'all. I will have them out before the weekend is over. Okay, so thanks for y'all patience. I got a lot going on, especially with school ending, proms and dances, and at the end of the school year, you come out of so much money. Okay, and they got all this shit planned. Okay, so It's been a little busy, but I got y'all, okay? But you could have definitely got like some type of like personal reading, or maybe you pull your own cards in regards to like some type of intuitive feeling that you've been feeling about this person. And I feel like if you have been pulling your own cards, or if you have been listening to readings or getting readings, I feel like your intuition is on point, okay? Especially if you've been getting readings and it's telling you to release somebody. It's telling you that this is the end of the road, okay? Now I'm hearing that Boys to Man. We were 5 steps from me turn to you. We were 4 steps past love. Okay, something is past love. Something is past wishing. It's past praying and hoping for something to change. Y'all past that shit, okay? It's literally like goodbye. Okay, goodbye. You're being called to release somebody. And I feel like you're getting confirmation after confirmation, okay? Whether it's via your intuition or whether it's via oracle readings or tarot card readings, to release somebody, to let something go, okay? For some of you all as well, maybe if you already did let this person go, okay? But we gonna get into it and see if y'all really did, okay? But with that song coming out as the channel message, I feel like a lot of y'all did, okay? But I am kind of getting the energy. If you did let this person go, if you did, you know, say goodbye and break up, separated, got a divorce. For some of y'all, you could be holding on to, like, not the person, but just like the memories, just the heartache, you know, the discomfort, the betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're being called to let that go as well, okay? And that could be a process, you know, no rush, but you are being called to release that. It says, work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. Okay, so reminiscing about, you know, the trauma, reminiscing about the past, about the cheating, about this girl and this guy and all. You being called to let some, like I said, some of y'all, you have released this person, but it's like you haven't released really like the situations that they put you in. You haven't released the trauma and the feelings, you know what I'm saying? Especially the negative feelings that you felt with when you was placed in certain situations with this person, okay? And you're being called to listen to your intuition and let that go. It says your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine, okay? So your body could be reacting to messages, or your body could be talking to you, like basically like confirming your intuition, okay? Like for me personally, I know that like when my nose start itching, especially if I know, because this is allergy season. That's another thing that's been fucking me up too. My allergies, y'all. I be like, oh, I be feeling like a bitch didn't caught the flu, okay? But for me personally, especially if I know I'm not having like allergy problems, or I done took my little allergy medicine, so I'm good, but then all of a sudden like my nose start itching again, that's the way that my body is like communicating with me in regards to my intuition. Also, with me personally, I ain't want to tell y'all too much. Well, no, I'm gonna say it, but because it might be helpful to somebody. Also, for me personally, I get like a little, and I'm overall for the most part a pretty healthy motherfucker, considering my last checkup that I just went to 2 weeks ago. But I do have a little, like, I get like a little, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not. I get like a little knot in my chest. Like it's not, yeah, I get like a little knot in my, it's not in my stomach, it's like in my chest. I would get like a little knot in my chest sometimes when my intuition is speaking. And also a big one for me as well, especially when I'm around people. And I love this because this is easy. It's easy for me to, I don't know, but I like this one. I like when my ears start itching, you know what I'm saying? Because then I just kind of like, you know, I do a little one of these and kind of like poke it a little. But when I'm around people, and I love this because this never fails me. It never fails me, okay? When my ears start itching, when I'm around somebody, it'd be like, that's like my intuition, or that's like God telling me like, look, listen up, okay? Or pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Look up, look around, you know what I'm saying? So them be the signs, them be like my top 3. It be other shit that happened too, but them like and I'm still kind of getting the hang of it, but them like my top 3 for a fact, okay? The nose itch, the ear, that shit be off the chain. Not even ringing, like my shit literally start itching, y'all, and my ears be clean. Like, cause I gotta keep it clean, cause I got like this little piercing right here. I don't know if y'all look at some of my pictures, y'all might see that little piercing. I forgot what this part is called. So I keep, you know what I'm saying, I keep my shit clean. But when my ears start itching, bitch, and you around, oh bitch, antennas up, ho. No, but for real, okay? But it could be little things like that, okay? Maybe also I'm also getting the energy of somebody heavy's shoulders can get heavy, okay? Or maybe you also feel like you can feel like pressure in the top of your forehead or at the top of your head. Those are signs. Those are also ways my body also kind of like with me with the pressure on the forehead or pressure on the top, that'd be like a download. This like that'd be me knowing, okay, spirit finna tell me some shit that I probably ain't gonna believe. It's gonna be mind blowing, but this a download. If people gonna ask how I know, I ain't gonna be able to say how I know. It's just I know. You know what I'm saying? Type energy. Okay, so you could be dealing with like little stuff like that, like tense shoulders, kind of like pressure on the front of your head or on the very top of your head, like by your third eye or at the very top, like where a baby have their soft spot at. If you remember, if your kids, then if you remember, because somebody could have like a grown ass kid, damn near 13, 14, 15, especially with this story, okay? You can have like a 14, 15, 16-year-old with this person. But like where a baby soft spot to be, it'll be like a low pressure. And it's not like to the point where it's hurting, but you can tell, you can know that it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And then like for some of y'all as well, maybe you have like some type of like knot in your, like mine's be in my chest. Maybe you have like a little knot in your stomach, okay? But those the ones that's coming to me that maybe is confirmation for you all, okay? But listen to your body. Your body is telling you, confirming something about this person. Also, you know what else just came up as well? And baby, ooh, don't piss me off. Something also could be significant, like in regards to when you haven't sex with this person. Your body could be confirming things in regards to that. Okay, maybe you're not getting, you're not getting as wet. You're not getting as aroused when you do, do your thing with this person or try to make love to this person. Maybe you're not really, you kind of like disconnect. You're not really all into it. That's your body speaking to you. And then a big one, okay, that somebody could be experiencing is like your pH is off. You start, shit. Sex gonna have a little funny smell. Well, I don't know, because I don't really be having sex that be stinking. But I don't know, but that could be a thing though. You know what I'm saying? If you start smelling funny after you done been with this person, that's a sign. That could be a sign though that maybe, motherfucker need to drink a little more water, probably take it easy on the bubbles and the bubble baths and shit like that. Or, let that cootie cat get a little air, put them pennies back in the drawer. Okay? But then for some of y'all, that could mean, somebody definitely dibbling dabbling. And then they dibbling and dabbling and raw and it's throwing your shit off. Okay? So those could be like little signs that your body, is trying to communicate with you like, hey, your antennas need to be up. Something is going on. Okay? So just definitely be sure to listen to your intuition. But we're finna go ahead and get into it, okay? Let's see what this let's get into it. Let's catch a vibe, be a vibe, rebuke a vibe, okay? But with that channel song, I think we're gonna be doing a lot more rebuking. We finna be doing let's rebuke this nigga, alright? Or this chick, okay? Because we ain't gonna act like chicks don't be out here dogging motherfuckers out, okay? I hate you so much right now. And look, y'all see I was shuffling. This is one move on. This is somebody you need to move on from. Or for some of y'all, like I said, maybe you did move on, but maybe you're still replaying like little events in your head. And the thing about it is that when you're replaying like shit like that in your head, your body, your conscious don't know the difference. So that's why sometimes, like, how sometimes we replay certain things in our head and then we start feeling sad or we start feeling depressed. That's because your body, your mind really don't know the difference between present, past, or future. It's just going by how you acting or what you're thinking or how you're feeling. So then it's like you're taking your body through that trauma experience all over again. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear that. And I know it might be easier said than done. It might be a little redundant. You might have heard this before. But when you're replaying those negative thoughts and those negative situations, okay, your body don't know, your mind don't know that it's the past. You may know, you know what I'm saying, consciously, but subconsciously your mind don't know that that's the past. So now you're putting your body through that trauma again. Okay, and we all know what trauma and what stress and sadness can do. It weakens your immune system. It weakens your heart. Okay, stress kills. So like I said, I know it might be hard, but try to be positive. Try to fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. We moving on. It was an experience, motherfucker. I had the experience. And then another thing that helped me sometimes, especially with shit like this with relationships, You gotta sometimes just be real with yourself. Be a grown woman about that shit. Be a grown man about that shit. Even though it was bad, it was some parts that was good. And it was some part of you that loved that shit. It was some part of you that agreed to it. You know what I'm saying? So if you able enough to be a grown up and take accountability for the role that you played, it make it easier for you to be like, man, okay, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Past is the past. It is what it is. Now I know. Bet you won't catch me slipping next time, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Type energy. So even if you did move on from this person, try to get control of those negative thoughts that's bringing those negative emotions in hand is affecting your body in an unnatural or unhealthy way. Okay. So we have move on. They are a fling. So this could be somebody who dealt with a lot of, I don't feel like this was a fling for y'all. For some of y'all it could have been, but for a lot of y'all, I'm getting that something y'all was enduring something. Okay, you was enduring something for a couple years, and maybe you was enduring this person having multiple flings. Okay, different niggas, different bitches. I also got the energy. Somebody could have caught somebody in somebody's house. Okay, caught somebody in y'all house, in y'all bed. Okay, somebody also was a gaslighter. Okay, with the you are only mine. There's somebody who try to act like they loyal. They try to act like they only yours, and they act like they only want you. But then here you are DMing other people. You bringing bitches to my house. You got motherfuckers in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something could have been very traumatic for you. Okay, and I apologize. I don't apologize, but I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But we live and we learn, right? Yeah, we live and we learn, and that's the main thing, learning from shit. Okay? But it's definitely time to move on. We got goodbye, move on, release. We got 3 cards out here about you leaving this bitch or this whoever. Okay, let me love you. There's somebody who will try to do stuff wrong, and then possibly they shower you with gifts, or they'll try to come and be real affectionate. Maybe that was another sign. That's how you knew that this person did some shit. They'll start to be overly affectionate. They'll start to get real clingy. Now they want to cuddle. Now they want to kiss. Now they want to eat that pussy for hours. You know what I'm saying? Or they want to swallow the balls when at first they used to choke. Okay, and be like, I can't do it. Now that shit going all the way down their throat. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who will overperform when they did some bullshit. Okay, they coming home with gifts, with flowers, diamonds, purses, shoes. Let's go out to eat. Let's go take the kids and let's go out to eat. Let's go take pictures. Let's go do this. Let's go have a family day. Okay, let's go. I'm finna book us a vacation. We need a vacation. Let's go out. Let's go to the city for dinner. Let's have a date night. Okay, this was somebody who was definitely like a major master manipulator, master gaslighter type of energy. Okay. What is this I see? You don't come home to me. And then that was the main clue right there. Motherfucker didn't come home. Okay? Like, that's self-explanatory. Okay? Somebody also could have used work as an excuse. I'm getting that as well. Like, look, I'm staying over for work. Or, we didn't got this other load in. So somebody could be a truck driver. Because why would I say we didn't got this other load in? Somebody could be a truck driver. So you just know that they, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, I don't know. My goddaddy a truck driver, y'all. And my mom's ex-husband was a truck driver. So, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't did, so they fun, you know what I'm saying? They gonna break bread, but baby, It says, will you marry me? Yeah, for a lot of y'all, this was somebody who you was married with. Possibly 14 years, 15 years. Or even if it wasn't that long. Maybe y'all was, together for 14, 15 years, but y'all was only married like 4 years, 5 years. Okay? Something like that. Okay? But I feel like this is definitely somebody who would kind of like play on your, basically they would play on your top. They would play on your top to the point where, like I said, this love then turned into some type of resentment. Okay, this love then turned into some type of hate. Like for real. Okay, this was somebody who they were shiesty. They were shiesty. You know what I'm saying? They were shiesty. But then, like I said, y'all, at the end of the day, especially if you somebody where you've been with this person for years, like, You know, like not to victim blame or nothing like that, but in a situation like this, there is kind of no victims. I feel like the only real victim is the kids. If y'all do got kids, them be the real victims, okay? Cause y'all two able-bodied adults. Y'all, like I said, to an extent, you agreed to some of this shit, or you agreed to stay for that long, okay? And I feel like and I say that to, like I said, because sometimes with that perspective, that'll sometimes help motherfuckers be like, yeah, you know, that's right. I did, you know what I'm saying? I did, you know, stay around longer than I should have. I did accept baby number 2. Like, bitch, you should have left after baby number 1. You know that. You know what I'm saying? In your heart, you knew that. But, you know, love will make you do some crazy shit. But with that perspective, though, hopefully that'll kind of make you put things, you know, into perspective, and it'll help you kind of like accept shit for what it is and then move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? Versus being stuck in the past, being guarded, being, you know, bitter. Okay? Somebody could be a little bitter. Let's see, we're gonna get a few, but we're not gonna dwell on this because we already know that you hate the nigga. Okay? Nigga probably hate you too. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of things that was illuminated. Okay, there was a lot of things that was illuminated, a lot of truth. Okay, I also feel like this could be a relationship as well where you discover even shit after the fact. I think that's probably what killed it the most. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how you be just want people. Sometimes you just want motherfucker to be honest, be real. Okay, this could be somebody who will tell half truths. And then once the relationship ended, it's like that's when everything. And then I hate when shit like that be happening too. Like even with friendships, you know how sometimes, you know, y'all have your arguments. Any relationship gonna have their arguments, their disagreements. But it be like when motherfuckers mad or when motherfuckers know for a fact that you done fucking with them. That's when they want to tell the truth about everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. And I feel like people do that out of malicious intent because now they want to hurt you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, for a lot of y'all, it's like your intuition already knew half of that shit anyway, okay? Your intuition kind of knew half of it anyway, so all you doing is confirming my intuition, and all you is confirming is that you really like a bitch-ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Or a scallywag-ass bitch, yeah? And now, bitch, I'm free. Now I can really be free and not feel bad, okay? Now I can really be free, or I can get my lick back and not feel bad. Some of y'all was doing this shit to each other, okay? Like, come on, tell the truth, shame the devil, okay? We had under pressure, anxiety, decisions, time running out, okay? So somebody could have felt like they was under a lot of pressure, or maybe this gave you anxiety. For some of y'all, this could be a relationship that like gave you some type of anxiety. I'm hearing high blood pressure. I'm hearing PTSD, okay? Especially if it did turn into like some type of domestic, you know, abuse type situation. This something that could have like triggered some type of anxiety or PTSD. And then for some of y'all, now that you're more like aware, you're more spiritual, you have moved on, you know, at least from this person. Maybe you still kind of triggered a little when certain things happen. People say certain things, or when you have certain flashbacks. But now that you're kind of like more, you know, looking at things from a spiritual standpoint, you can realize that, yeah, this definitely was a twin. This was a twin flame that was not flaming. Okay, or maybe it was flaming a little too much. Okay, for some of y'all, this could have been your twin flame. But the thing about them twin flame things is that those relationships, they are meant to trigger you. That's why it's a flame. You gonna get burnt. Okay, you are going to get burned, you're going to get hurt, you're going to get triggered. And the only way that could work is if both people are willing to like heal, learn, and grow together. Okay, so maybe you're realizing, like, at first you could be thinking like, why the fuck, what was that? Why did I go through that? Well, yeah, that was for something, you know what I'm saying? That was your twin. You know, you went through that because you had lessons that you had to learn and you wasn't learning them. That's why you spent 14 years, 8 years, 10 years, however long it was in the relationships. Okay, and you know, it could have caused some type of anxiety, depression, or stress. But I feel like now that you know the truth, and now that you know what exactly the purpose was, somebody in your life, whether it was this relationship taught you to use your intuition and trust your intuition, to love yourself, to learn where red flags, because sometimes red flags be in front of us, and they be, for some reason, they look like Six Flags. And you know what I'm saying? We just young, living our life. We not thinking nothing of it until you get older. You know what I'm saying? And you realize, like, damn, like, I was definitely grew up. I don't want to say that, but Wow, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I was definitely groomed, or I was definitely played. Some of y'all, this could be somebody that you mess with that y'all, like I said, you could have been, y'all both could have been 14, or maybe you was 14 and this person was a couple years older than you. Damn, they're 18. You know how motherfuckers be. You know what I'm saying? Some, I don't like that. Somebody definitely could have been groomed though. Okay. But I feel like you discovered the truth. Okay, I feel like whatever this relationship was, this relationship, it did kind of like start some type of spiritual awakening. I feel like this relationship was the catalyst to your spiritual awakening, or was the catalyst for you to get more in tune with the divine, with yourself. And then for some of y'all, it was the catalyst to your spiritual awakening. It got you into the occult. It got you into spirituality. For some of y'all, it got you closer to God. It got you closer to yourself. Okay, but it was the catalyst for something, for some type of self-discovery. That's what I'm getting. Okay, but I feel like basically it's time to move on. Okay, I know like that sound redundant. It's easier said than done. Okay, but it's definitely time to move on. Stop replaying the shit in your head. Stop making yourself mad and upset over shit that happened in the past. Over, you know what I'm saying, somebody that, you know, don't let somebody have power over you. Basically, that's what I'm getting. Don't give somebody, they already had power for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all not even together no more. Probably even somebody, for some of y'all could live in different states. That's what I just heard. Okay, somebody definitely could have relocated or moved out the city, moved out the state. Don't give somebody no more power. It's done. It's done. You know what I'm saying? You live, you love, you learn. And now it's done. It's time to move on. And it's time to be free. Free yourself. Free your mind, especially. Because I am picking up the energy. Most of y'all are free from this. Okay? Because we got too many cards about saying goodbye and leaving. Most of y'all are free from this, but it's something about some type of memories. Okay? Some type of flashbacks or something. It's time to free yourself from that shit as well. Okay? But y'all, that's the message. I hope it brought any type of clarity that you may need at this time. I hope it was useful, or helpful in any type of way, or if anything, just entertaining. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. Bye. I'll talk to y'all later. What is this I see? You don't come home to me. Okay, I'm not finna go play the song. Bye, y'all.